Good afternoon, and let's look at the stocks that have been buzzing in trade and what are the midday movers today. Starting with ONGC. Now, the company's stock price has climbed as much as 2% in trade after the company's overseas arm ONGC Videsh Limited has made a significant oil discovery in its onshore plant in Colombia. Now, it has made a strike in its onshore CPO-5 block in Llanos Basin, and that is a very positive sign for the company. And OVL over there actually operates the stake which it operates is at 70% is what it is operating the stake over there. So very significant over there coming in for ONGC. Moving on to NMDC. Now the stock price has climbed as much as 3% in trade today after the company is to resume its iron ore mining in its Karnataka Donimalai mines. And this is after 2 years of that issue which was going on over there. Finally, that has been resolved and they'll be resuming the iron ore mining over there. So that will automatically obviously boost the company's local iron ore production, and that is expected to be at around 7 million tons. Moving on to Bharat Dynamics. Stock up as much as 6.5% in trade, and it's gained the most in almost 16 weeks. So very positive sign there after, and an up move mainly is coming on the back of the news flow that after the manufactured missile test fired was successful. We are seeing that the stock has been buzzing in trade today on the back of that news flow. Now, moving on to brokerage firms and brokerage houses. The stocks of these firms and houses have been actually buzzing in trade. Geojit gained and zoomed as much as 20% in trade today. Angel Broking surged as much as 17%. Angel Broking was up 17% in trade today. Motilal Oswal was also up as much as 5% in trade today, as on the expectations overall of the strong earnings growth that they are expected to see due to the upticks in the market, as well as healthy additions in new clients as well for the brokerage firms. So that is why we are seeing a strong up move in these stocks and brokerage housing stocks as well. Moving on to Pfizer India. Now the stock is rising as much as 2% in trade after Pfizer has sought that the Indian drug authorities approval for an emergency use of its COVID vaccine in the country, and that is something that we're going to await for, and that is a positive news flow coming in from Pfizer, and that is why Pfizer India stock has been buzzing as well. Moving on to HMT, which has climbed as much as 5% after completing the watch assembly line setup, and the stock has gained as much 5%. This is the most it has gained in more than a year, so very positive news flow coming in for HMT. Lastly, we do have Adani Ports also, which has been buzzing in trade. It's up as much as 3 to 4% in trade after CLSA has seen a strong is expecting to see a strong growth in 2021. Also, the company has raised the target price from rupees 550 per from 425 to rupees 540 per share. Also, they've upped the EPS estimates for Adani Ports by 12% over FY22 and FY23. So interesting news flows coming in for all these companies, and that is why they have been buzzing in trade and are one of the top movers today in trade as well. Most of them are the top movers in trade as well.